Guardian columnist Tim Dowling wrote at the weekend about his parenting skills after he saved the day by retrieving one of his son's tropical fish which had slipped down the plug hole whilst he cleaned the tank. He said, "That's my kind of parenting. No depressing life lessons, just low-level heroics." So can we remember the times in our lives that our parents played the hero?
I reckon he's on a bit of a hiding to nothing, really, that Tim Dowling, because we all want to be heroes to our children, don't we? I mean, that's the point. And you fail every day. You just think you're just about to crack it, you know, you're just about to from the tree and the ladder breaks or somebody else tips up and you're ruined for life. But I think, well, my mum and dad, I just absolutely adore them, and there's so many stories. But I do remember one where it was my sister's 21st, I think, and it was mods and rockers in those days. So, and the rockers had all turned up on the bikes with the heavy chains, and there was an incident. You know, it did look like there was going to be a big fight actually outside. And my mum and dad were farmers, and Mum had got this little lamb in the bottom of the Arga. When they're poorly, you put them in the with the door open. You don't shut the door. Turn the heat off. That's Sunday lunch. That's another story. But she got it there like that. Anyway, this was all kicking off. Big fight about to happen between them. And Mum went out and went, "Hello, would you like to see a little lamb?" "Oh, yeah, that'd be nice." So they all came in the kitchen. She gave everybody a cup of tea, and they all sat there going, "Oh, it's really sad, isn't it? Is it gonna be all right?" And spent all night with this lamb. And my mum was there with all the rockers, so she was quite brave, really.
Very clever, yeah. My mum as well has done her fair share of heroics. Again, it sort of comes under the caretaking thing as well. When my first marriage went wrong and I was in America and I didn't really have any support out there, so she just turned up, even though I'd said, "No, I'm fine, I'll be fine." She just turned up and, you know, sort of helped me through the worst stages. The one that really sticks in my memory, and I've got a shocking memory and it's really made its mark, I remember it very clearly, is when I was about 5 or 6, I was out on my bike with my brother, who's a couple of years older than me, and some mates, just sort of riding around the neighbourhood, and this gang of much older boys, skinheads, bobber boots, not very nice, kind of chased after us. Everyone pedalled like the clappers, but they got me. I was the slowest, so they got me. My brother took off for home to get my dad, and they you know, they didn't hit me or anything, but they certainly intimidated me, frightened the life out of me and intimidated me. And my dad was looking for me, and he drove round, and they'd run off, and they'd left me on a street corner, and he just picked me up and put me in the front seat of the car, which I remember very clearly because you never got to go in the front seat of the car, and he just said, "If we see them, you just let me know." And he was very quiet and very calm, and we drove around the neighbourhood and we saw them at the local corner shop. And he just got out, he drove the car onto the pavement, screeched to a halt, got out the car, got one by the scruff of the neck, slammed him against the wall. Can only imagine what he might have said to him. He looked, the blood just drained from this young kid's face, and they all took off running. Then he got back in the car, patted my knee, and we drove home. And I just thought, my dad's a superhero.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's like you said, there's so many things that your parents do. You know, they were my heroes every day. And the times when my mum was my real hero was when I was sick. You know, because nobody holds your head or rubs your back better than your mother when you're blowing your groceries, let's be honest. they just don't. She was there with a Jaffa orange and a bunty. And so she did so many things. And like when we started touring, she used to fly over to Japan with a suitcase of tea bags and real butter. And that was a hero moment for me. Not sure I would go that far for my children.
Well, that's very good. Isn't that lovely? I wish you could still do that to kids. Anyway, you can't now, can you? But anyway, moving on from that.
If they were hurting my kids.
Oh, no. My dad were great at splinters. He used to get...
Sticking them in you?
No. You know, when you used to... Because for some reason we always had splinters as kids.
Climbing trees and all that sort of silliness.
And he was brilliant at just sitting down and slowly getting them out. And all the kids from the neighbourhood used to come round. Yeah, "I've got a splinter, Mr. McDonald." You know, he were right, old vulgar really, but he used to just spend hours getting these splinters out. Oh, there you go, you see, that's my hero, Dad.
It's that gentleness, it's that gentleness, isn't it?
Yeah,
that see the other side.
Yeah, of course, that real patience.
Absolutely.
My mum, of course, 4 o'clock this morning, cup of tea. What can I say? You are my
hero.
Oh.
Competition time, and this week